The death penalty, also known as capital punishment, is the ultimate punishment under the Nigerian legal system. Some human rights activists have made arguments against it, but the law still remains strong on the enforcement of death penalties. Today, I will show you 6 major crimes that attract capital punishment in Nigeria. First on the list of offenses that can attract capital punishment in Nigeria is murder. Murder is the unlawful killing of another person with the intention to kill or cause grievous harm. Under Section 319 of the Criminal Code and Section 221 of the Penal Code, the punishment for murder is death. This means that if someone intentionally kills another person or causes injuries that results in death, the law holds them liable for capital punishments. The method of execution differs from state to state. For some states, convicts of capital offenses are executed by hanging, while other states make use of lethal injections. Second on the list of offenses that can attract capital punishment in Nigeria is armed robbery. Armed robbery has to do with stealing from someone using force, violence, and weapons. The law is clear that if a robbery is committed with firearms, explosives, or dangerous weapons, the punishment is death by hanging or firing squad. If the robbery does not involve weapons but is done with violence, the punishment can be imprisonment. Third on the list is treason. Treason is an offense against the state, and it is considered one of the most serious crimes. Treason involves acts intended to overthrow or harm the government. Under Section 37 of the Criminal Code and Section 411 of the Penal Code, treason attracts death penalty. Acts that amount to treason includes planning or attempting to overthrow the government by force, conspiring with foreign entities to attack Nigeria, and levying war against the government. The Nigerian Constitution takes treason seriously because it threatens the security and the stability of the nation. Fourth on the list is kidnapping. Kidnapping, or the unlawful seizing of another person and holding them for ransom, revenge, or other motives, has become a major crime in Nigeria. Some states have introduced capital punishments for cases where the victim died. For instance, in Lagos State, under the Kidnapping Prohibition Law of 2017, anyone who kidnaps a person and their action leads to the person's death, the person must be sentenced to death. Other states like Edo, Rivers, and Akwa Ibom also have similar laws. Terrorism is another offense that attracts capital punishment in Nigeria. For instance, if a group of terrorists detonates a bomb in a crowded market, killing 50 people, those responsible shall be sentenced to death upon conviction. Terrorism remains a serious security challenge in Nigeria, and the government enforces strict penalties to deter crimes of terrorism. Last on the list is military offenses. Members of the Nigerian Armed Forces can also face death penalties for certain offenses under the Armed Forces Act. These offenses include mutiny, which has to do with refusing to obey lawful military orders in a way that endangers national security. If a Nigerian soldier deliberately leaks security strategies to a terrorist group, causing the death of fellow soldiers, the soldier could be court-martialed and sentenced to death. The death penalty remains a controversial legal punishment in Nigeria.